Hi, I'm Hayes.
And I'm Layla.
And we're blind. I bet you didn't see that one coming.
Because we didn't either.
Hey everyone, I'm Hayes.
And I'm Layla.
And today we have a special guest coming to join us. I'm very excited that she's going to be the first guest on our podcast ever because we have a long history together. I've known her since she was a little kid. So Aliyah, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Aliyah, and I was born with a condition called optic nerve hypoplasia, or ONH, which also causes me to be visually impaired. I have nystagmus. I can see some colors. I can see, not always distinguish colors, but I can see them. Sometimes I can see people if they're close enough, but I can't tell who they are unless they're like wearing a certain colored shirt or colored pants or something. Actually, I met Layla and Hayes at summer camp, at Camp Bravo. It used to be called Sea Camp.
But then our money got taken away, and that's
a
story for
really
another
long
time.
story.
That's a story for later. That's a story for later.
And that leads us to the point of our episode because, so the reason that Hayes and Aliyah and me are all together right now is because we are at a summer camp right now. And so this episode today, we are going to be talking about summer camps for the blind and visually impaired.
And let me just share one really fun fact, in my opinion, is that now to be peer counselors, which is super exciting. Because I remember there were peer counselors for us as a little kid, so it's like full circle moment.
I know, we get to go to the day camp and help, and we get meetings with the counselors, and they tell us things, and it's great.
No, today was the first time we got pulled aside as a group. This was the first time that we all got pulled aside for a little counselor meeting.
It was cool.
I never got pulled aside.
I thought I was in trouble for a second.
Yeah, I was like, they're about to tell us we're doing
they're about to tell us we're doing bad.
Yeah, our O&M instructor called us over, and I was like, what is happening?
He's only
your O&M instructor, bro.
You know what? He's not my O&M instructor anymore. I don't know why I called him that. Okay,
He used to be my
our
O&M
camp
instructor.
director, shout out to Jay. If you're watching our podcast.
Why are you shouting? Okay.
Because he's great.
We can shout out Jay.
Shout out to Jay. We love you.
Shout out to Jay.
And Nita, his wife.
Bravo and Nita. But so, first off, let me just mention that these camps are through an organization called Bravo, Blue Ridge Adventures Vision Optional. And they do run off of donations, and we're not going to be
non-profit.
You guys have to donate. But also, just if that's something that you're interested in supporting, any support's welcome and deeply appreciated, whether it's $2 or $2,000, which is a crazy amount. And then also...
Oh, really fast, sorry. We will put the link for Bravo in our description, but if you want to do it right now, while you're thinking about it, the website is blueridgebravo.org, BLUERIDGEBRAVO.org. Also, you can comment with any questions about Bravo or anything.
I didn't even know the website. But I'll put it in the link.
And we probably will do an episode about Bravo in the future, starring.
We would love to have Jay and Nita.
Yeah, Jay and Nita, if you want to come on our podcast and talk about Bravo, that'd be great.
And then also one more quick shout out. Today, actually, we got to go rock climbing and on this big harness swing in the air thing. I don't know how to describe it, but it was a lot of fun. We got to go on them with an organization we've also partnered with a lot called Waypoint Adventure. And they also do run off of donations. So if that's also a company that interests you, we will link them in the description.
I do not know their website. I'm sorry. I work more closely with Bravo. I'm so sorry.
Lock in. We literally gave a speech at Waypoint.
I'm sure you can get to Waypoint through the Bravo website since they're partners.
Yeah, you probably can.
Probably. That would be really cool.
But we will find the Waypoint website and link it for you.
And we're also probably going to do a podcast with them.
We do want to. We asked them if they would, and they said yes. So. Anyways, Aliyah, since you're here, since you're our guest, I'm gonna put you on the spot because I don't know if I might have talked about that. I was gonna ask you this. Yeah. Can you just talk a little bit about how summer camp has affected you and how I don't know, maybe some favorite things you've done, but just how it's affected you to be at a summer camp for people that are blind just like you, and just how it's been growing up doing it. Kind of. I don't know if that made sense. I hope it did.
Okay. Well. Let's start off with what they do it's a very good and generous thing because it's really good because as a blind person, you know, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes you feel like, oh man, I'm the only one. Because, especially if you don't know a lot of blind people, a lot of other blind people who are visually impaired or low vision people, because you don't really see them just like, casually, like, because I mean, it is a
it's a very low instance disability.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more common than some things, but it's not like you see people walking down the street.
Yeah. So the summer camps are actually, it was a very good opportunity for me to meet other visually impaired or blind people. And that's how I met Layla, and that's how I met Hayes, or Hayes and Layla, however you want to say it.
Yeah, it does not matter. Even though I definitely don't mind coming first.
No, so I'm Layla and Hayes sounds better. Lays is our like combination.
Lasers are actually common name.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, Aliyah, go ahead.
Continue.
I'm so sorry we're interrupting you.
Okay. So that's how I met Hayes and Layla, and we actually have been friends for like, I don't know. I was like maybe
You were like 4.
Four.
I think.
I could pick you up.
Yeah, Hayes
small.
Hayes could pick me up.
I did
I
use,
was
there
like
are pictures of me holding
holding
you
me.
up in the air.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually first met Layla through a C Camp event.
I don't remember.
Long story short, I hit her with the snowboard.
You did? I don't remember this.
I was going down the hill and she didn't get out of the way, so I just like ran into her.
That's funny.
So you mentioned C Camp events. Do you want to explain a little bit what
Happened,
what
or
those
do you?
are?
I mean,
Or, like just what they
Yeah.
are in general.
Okay,
Oh, just the events. Okay.
Yeah.
so C Camp events are like Miss Nita and
So
Mr.
now they're
J.
through
Now they're Bravo.
Yeah,
because
now they're
C
Bravo.
is gone.
That's gone. Goodbye.
We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, Layla.
It's a scandal. Anyways,
Woman? Okay. Bravo events are like the founders, Miss Nita and Mr. J. They organize little events or things to do with the camp group of kids. And sometimes it's really fun. It could be like snow tubing. It could be like ice skating or rafting. It could be a
Zip lining.
we do
Zip lining.
zip lining in September. We snow tube in February.
There's blind version of like field day.
Oh yeah, there's like
blind field day.
blind
They're
sports
not
day in
having-
October, blind field day in May. So it's events during the school year to help us like.
And
stay
so they
in person. It's
do.
fun.
There are like 2 different like main regions that Bravo's in. North Carolina. So Charlotte is. I live like in Charlotte, and so I go to events there that they host monthly, and then in Asheville they also host events monthly. Okay. So another topic I have is the like. I mean, both Layla and Aliyah, you guys can both kind of talk on this a little bit, and I can also share, but let's maybe tell them about some of the different activities and stuff we do about that. You want to start, Aliyah?
Specific.
okay. So
I would say during
Like
camp.
at camp.
Yeah.
at camp, camp is usually like a week long. We have day camp, which is for like kids, like little kids up to our age, a little above. And then we have adventure camp, which is an overnight camp.
Just for
For older kids.
older
it's like
kids.
rising 9th graders
Yeah.
and up, I believe.
So which is next week, I believe.
Yeah, Adventure Camp is, well, okay, at the time of recording this episode, this week is day camp, and we will all 3 be going to Adventure Camp next week, so.
very
Yay!
exciting.
And I know I have not been to Adventure Camp before, it is my first time, but Hayes and Aliyah, I know you guys have both been, so you guys can speak to that, and we can, also talk about day camp, but yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so in day camp, we usually do activity. It's not an overnight camp, it's just you come every day, usually leave. And then, besides for me, I live far away, so I stay with Layla and Hayes. Anyway.
I also live far away, so I stay with
Layla.
Yep.
And Layla and Aliyah.
We had the party house this week.
We did.
Yeah. What was his hand? Sorry.
Activities at day camp.
Okay, so activities at day camp. The first day we went to a creek, and then we went to get some ices.
Pelican snowballs. They were so yummy.
They are.
Maybe we shouldn't
It's fine. There are pelicans everywhere.
Okay. And then yesterday, what did we do yesterday?
Yesterday we went kayaking
we went to kayaking on a lake with Waypoint.
Shout out to Waypoint. We love you.
We did the rock climbing and
with Waypoint.
Yep. And tomorrow we're going tandem biking
with Waypoint.
And then Friday we're going whitewater rafting without Waypoint.
And unfortunately without Hayes.
Yes,
and
without
Hayes.
our cute little Hayes, because she's leaving us for
cute.
no reason. She is cute. She's leaving us for no reason.
Okay. And then in adventure camp though, we also do zip lining. Why did I say we've gone? We still are. We're going hiking again this week, for adventure. So a lot of like outdoorsy activities, things that you may do at a typical summer camp.
Yeah, well, it's the same. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You're good.
They adapt it very well though.
Yeah, they do.
They take great care of us there.
Great camp. And we are, the same as any normal summer camp. I mean, we have canes everywhere, and, a lot of people have people guiding them because no one knows where they're going in the middle of the forest. But, we are just like any other summer camp in the respect to activities and then also the connections that are made there. I know we kind of talked about this already, but Aliyah, can you talk about some, like, connections that you've made through that? I mean, you don't have to say specific people, but you know what I mean.
Call and then the people you don't like. No.
Oh yeah, negative connections over here. No, and then we can all talk about that, I believe. But go ahead.
All right, so like I said, this is where I met these guys. I had to deal with them ever since. No, I love these guys. Anyways, and then I've met a lot of other visually impaired kids there. I wouldn't you can they're very, fun to talk to. It's fun to talk about, visual impairments together, like things that we all like and we all dislike, which is a really good part about it. Blind summer camp, but I've made some friends at summer camp, which is a good thing.
For sure. And also you mentioned how, you like to talk about visual impairment stuff, which is absolutely amazing, but it's definitely also not the only thing we bond over. We find common interests, we find just friendships that just happen because we just enjoy each other's company,
and they last.
We find attraction.
Oh my goodness.
There is a lot of blind summer camp romance drama. Do not think that because we're blind we do not have the thing where you go to camp and then you fall in love or whatever.
Oh god, it's bad.
It happens.
Has not happened
to
me yet.
Not to you.
You're lucky. You're lucky. It's bad.
But one of the things is that people come to these camps from all over, everywhere. And so I went to a camp. It wasn't a Bravo camp.
Yeah, Hayes, I actually want you to speak about that in a minute. Other camps that aren't Bravo. But anyways, go ahead.
But so I went to a camp that wasn't a Bravo camp. Met someone who lives 14 hours away from me. We decided that we were gonna date after knowing each other for a week. I am not the only one who's done that. And obviously, I don't think I need to say that it didn't work out.
Yeah. Long distance is hard, even if you're even if you're only a state away from them. I did that. We're not going to talk about that. Anyways.
Relationship advice is our next episode.
Yeah, next episode, relationship advice.
We can give you relationship advice. If y'all want to give us relationship advice.
Yeah, comment any relationship advice or relationship questions. We literally got you, even though my love life is a mess right now, but we don't talk about that either.
Okay, but anyways, just to say, we still do the typical camp thing. Make decisions we'd never make in real life. Date guys that are 14 hours away. So we just have fun. Just like a normal summer camp. Because there's definitely been probably longer distances at sighted camps that I don't know about. And blind camps,
I'm sure. It's comment your longest distance relationship, everyone. If it's longer than 14 hours, let us know. Okay, Hayes, I do want, so I have actually, yet to go to a blind summer camp that is not Bravo, or has not been like run or sponsored by Bravo.
There was the one where we would do like just typical stuff, like
there was H2O
and that kind of stuff.
But
that one's not running anymore.
Yeah. So I don't know, Aliyah, have you been to other blind summer camps?
No, not at all.
Okay,
actually.
So Hayes, I hope to in the future, but I have not. Hayes, I want you to speak on that because I know you've been to a lot. So just
okay. So I've only been to a couple, but. I've definitely gone to other, like, when I was younger, I went to a blind, sports camp, which was really cool because they had so many different, adaptive sports there. Like, there were some sports that I definitely didn't think would be super blind friendly. Like
what?
Can
we have an example?
One that I thought was really crazy was, like, field hockey.
Oh, yeah.
Was I good at it? No. But it was possible to play. And my personal favorite is blind soccer. So it's like soccer, but with rattle inside of the ball.
I didn't get that
soccer
game.
Soccer for blind.
No, I won, they told you which sport, like, you were best in at the end, and I won best in soccer. It was really fun.
Good job, Hayes.
I'm not a huge sports person, but I still enjoyed it. And then a couple weeks ago, I went to a camp at a guide dog school called Leader Dogs for the Blind. If anyone's watching from Leader Dogs for the Blind, y'all are all awesome. And also, they have a podcast. Unfortunately, I do not know what it's called.
Well, we'll also link that in the description. Maybe we'll have to do a
collaboration with them also.
Yeah, wink, wink, we can collab with you, Leader Dog.
We would love that.
Yeah, we would love to collaborate with you. As long as you post us on your social media. Oh, I mean, what?
But no, so they're definitely, and, like, those camps are not even in the state we live in, North Carolina, either. So there are camps all over for blind people. And if I wanted to, I could even go to a sighted camp, but it would be a different experience. Layla, you were talking a little bit about it before. What is it like for you personally because I liked what you were saying earlier. Like, what is it for you personally to be in a space with all blind people?
Yeah, so I am surrounded by sighted people every day. I go to public school with sighted people. I come home to an all-sighted family, and I am by no means lonely. I am by no means unhappy. I have amazing sighted friends who better be watching this right now or something bad is going to happen to you. I mean, I didn't say that on the internet. Anyways, I have amazing sighted friends. I have amazing sighted family who also better be watching this. I can't threaten my family, can I?
No, something bad is gonna happen to you too.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. I am by no means lonely, by no means unhappy. That being said, being the only cane, like the only cane that you see every day being yours, and then having to ask which cane is mine because there are 3 different ones over here and I can't tell, is one of the most amazing feelings. Being the only one that runs into people and then having someone run into you and then being like, I'm so sorry, and me being like, if you didn't run into me, I would have ran into you 5 seconds later, is an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
So I am by no means unhappy when I'm with sighted people. That being said, these camps have definitely changed my life, as I know they have changed, I hope, you two as well.
100%.
And they introduced me to you guys, because if I never do them, I wouldn't have met you, and I'd be lonely this week, because, yeah.
I know.
So, it's just, they're great. There's nothing like them. And sighted camp is fun. I've never done an actual sighted summer camp. The only sighted camp I've done is band camp, and I kind of had to do that, because, I'm a band kid, so, yeah. But it's definitely different. I mean, it's very sighted.
I mean, I would.
Yeah. Anyways,
hey, blind band camp would be epic.
Blind band camp would be epic.
Band.
Hey, shout out to any blindies watching this. If you want to make a blind marching band or a blind band in general, literally, yeah.
One more big thing that is really nice is the fact that you don't have to ask people, like, whenever we're having meals, if it's an away camp, they tell you exactly where they're putting everything, which is amazing. And also, you don't feel weird because you're, like, not the only one being like, hey, are there napkins anywhere? And then them being like, yeah, it's literally right next to you. Because and then you having
to figure out which side it's on and where right next to you is. It's so awkward.
Yeah, so that is one of the really nice things. So, definitely a crazy experience. And then it can also be a reality shock coming back and like forgetting that other people aren't using
I know, I'm
canes
like, where are all
too.
the canes tapping?
I miss
Why
the
does no one
sound
have
effects.
their cane?
Yeah, exactly. I miss the braille
Oh yeah, the
everywhere.
brailing.
Oh, another good thing about summer camps is, like, memories. You can
Oh
make
yeah.
lots of
Yeah.
memories.
Do we want to talk about camp memories?
I think we
I
should
think we
all
should.
share our
I think we should.
favorite
Our
camp memory.
favorite camp memory?
Who's going
I don't
first?
know. That's hard.
I have one.
Okay,
Okay,
go.
go.
Well, maybe it's not my favorite, but it's one of my favorites for sure. Is last year the camp we told you about, Adventure Camp, which is the overnight camp for teens. We
Oh my gosh.
decided
I heard this
that I think I did tell you this one.
Yeah.
We decided that we wanted to hang around outside, and we didn't technically know if we were allowed to be outside
Because it was like midnight.
and it was not midnight.
I thought
it
you
was
said it
11
was.
o'clock.
Okay, I wasn't there. I wouldn't
There's
know.
a huge difference, right?
No.
there's not.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, and there were boys and girls out there, and so we figured that they may not really approve. So we went out there. We were just like chilling, sitting on the front porch because there's a front porch, and we hear people walking, and we freak out because we think there's counselors. We all jump up. We all start running. I'm using a cane. Some of them aren't because they can see good enough to not need a cane in that moment. Running with the cane doesn't really work.
You shouldn't
so
do it. Don't do it.
the cane hit the ground. Luckily, I didn't hit the ground, but then I had to pick up the cane. And by that point, my friends were gone, and they all left me, and they'd all walked into their cabin. And I knew where to go, but I was also really behind, and I didn't want to drop my cane again. And then one of them came out and was like, "Hayes!" and grabbed me. But anyways, that is honestly one of my favorite memories, because if it had been a decided camp, I would have 100% been busted. And I wouldn't have probably done that anyways, because, you know, it was just an experience. Well, not that I wouldn't have done it, but I've never had an experience of, like, feeling the thrill of running. That sounds really bad. Feeling the thrill of running from them. It's going to be a future running from the cop chase.
Oh.
Cop chase.
Anyways, guys, if there's a policeman watching this, she's joking.
I am joking.
Please.
I think.
She's joking.
I think
she's joking. I don't actually
maybe
know.
I'm not. Maybe I am. You'll never know.
Okay.
I don't have a car to chase cops with, anyways. I'm too
Why
blind for
would
that
you
one.
chase them? You're gonna be running.
No,
from
that's
them.
what I mean. It's like they would chase me. I wouldn't actually. I probably would be the person to try and chase a cop.
Get back here!
Like, hold on, let me tell you about this one person breaking a law. Like, I'm gonna chase you down. No, I don't care that there's literally someone like
Dying.
I'm gonna chase you down.
Because someone, like, jaywalked.
That would be me. Okay, Layla or Aliyah, do you guys have?
I can go, I guess.
Okay.
So this... oh my god, I have so many. Okay, it's fine. So this is one of my... It's one of my favorite memories only because I look back on it and laugh because I was so terrified in the moment. So this was at the same day camp that we're at now. I was maybe 5 or 6. I'm not sure. I was young. And it was my first experience it was one of my first experiences whitewater rafting with the camp. So there's one of the past campers across from me on the other side of the raft. So, like, I think I was on the left and he was on the right. And we were going over a rapid. So how in whitewater rafting you kind of go over rapids and splash and bounce and all the things. So we were doing that. And I thought that I was going to fall out of the boat. So I kind of screamed. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm about to fall!" He reached over, I guess, to try to grab me, to pull me back in the boat, but ended up almost, like, he missed, because he was also, like, visually impaired or blind. I don't remember his visual acuity, but he missed and almost pushed me out of the raft instead. And I was like, "Oh my god, you're about to push me out!" And I, like, yelled at him. And I didn't fall out. Everything was all right. We were all safe. But that's one of my funniest blind memories of me and, like, an older camper just doing our thing.
How about you, Aliyah?
So, I was way too young for adventure camp. I was 11 years old, but I got to go because my mom was the nurse one year. So I got to go along. And obviously I was the youngest camper there.
Shout out to all nurses really quick. My mom is also a nurse, so shout out to all
My mom
nurses.
is not, so we love you, Mom.
We do.
Even though you're not a nurse.
Okay. So I was way too young for adventure camp. So I was the youngest one there. And so I decided that, okay, so we were taking a hike, and I decided to take the longest and hardest walk that there was. Don't know why I did that. I think I just wanted to prove a point, but I'm not entirely sure. But I did it, and I brought Miss Nita with me, and, so we were the last ones, obviously, because I was, young. I had short little legs, hello. So we were the last ones to be done. Everybody was already done. So, we wanted to make a grand entrance, like, run. Even though they couldn't see us, we were hoping that the counselors would describe what was happening. So we wanted to, run and make a grand entrance, like, dun-da-da-da, here we are. And I had a Pikachu, like a Pikachu plushie. In my way, it was like I had a bag around my waist, and so Pikachu was tucked in the strap of the bag against my waist, and that was the most important part of the story. Just so you know. And so we were running, making our grand entrance. Everyone's cheering. Pikachu fell, so I freaked out and pulled back, and then I fell on the ground and almost pulled Miss Nita down on the ground too. And so everybody was laughing. I tripped on my face. I couldn't find the Pikachu.
Aww.
I was looking everywhere. I found the Pikachu. I got up and I grabbed Miss Nita. And you know what? We finished that thing. We ran the 2 feet we had to run left. Hooray!
Awesome.
Hooray!
I wish I would have been there. That's funny.
Okay, speaking of hiking is always crazy at adventure camp. Because last year when I was there, yeah, we had a little issue because one kid went into the woods to use the bathroom because there are obviously not bathrooms we know in the woods. So he went, just wandered off to find a spot to use the bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
He stepped on a bee's nest. He got stung a bunch of times. This completely blind kid comes running and screaming from the woods because he got stung by all these bees. He gets in the creek. He starts, soaking in the cool water because it feels good. And then another beast comes up. Like, after we thought we were fine, we were probably there for like 30 minutes. And then this bee comes up and starts stinging people. I think it stung one person in the eye. And then the way you had to get back over to the other side of the creek was this, like, really small log bridge. And so we all had to... only one person could walk on it, so we all had to, walk down it, one by one, and it was crazy. People were freaking out because no one wanted to get stung by the bee, and then we got back, and the kid had to walk back with bee stings all over his legs.
Aww.
It wasn't fun, but hiking is always an adventure at adventure camp.
Hiking is crazy in general with a bunch of blind kids. I remember there was a rock climbing event in, this past May with Bravo and Waypoint. We love you, Waypoint. Anyways, and we had to walk up to the place, and me and Hayes decided, because the path was too wide, the path, you could walk 2 people on the path. I'm sorry, I did not explain that very well. Me and Hayes decided that we were going to hold hands and walk together up the path, and we slowed down the group so much. I'm pretty sure, my dad was so annoyed with us. He told me later, he was like, "You were walking so slow."
We eventually had to get... They
forcibly separated us. But hiking's always an adventure. And sometimes we make it more of an adventure than it needs to be. But, it's all right. Oh, I did want to say, I know some other common blind camps for the blind. Obviously Bravo's not the only one. Hayes mentioned Leader Dog. Can I mention the other one, the sports camp?
Envisions.
You went to Envisions. Didn't you go to another one? Victory Junction.
Oh, well, that one's not for blind. That one's for a lot of different
disabilities in general.
Disabilities.
Camp Abilities in New York.
Enchanted Hills is in California.
There's one in Texas, I think.
Is it at the Texas School for the Blind?
Maybe, yeah. I think so. I'm not sure what it's called.
I can't think of any more, but there are a lot. Like
there are a lot all over. I mean, U.S. and everywhere. Like not in the U.S. There's Space Camp.
Oh yeah, they do a week for blind people at Space Camp. Yeah. I've never gone, but I've heard great things.
Yeah, no, I've heard. I know some of my friends are going this year.
They have camps at multiple guide dog schools. I've only been to Leader Dog, but quite a few.
I know they have one for what's the school in Florida called?
I don't know.
Okay, well, there's one
I know they have
Florida.
one at Guide Dogs for the Blind in their main campus is in Oregon. Or no, California, but the camp is in Oregon.
Okay.
Sorry, just really, yeah.
So yeah, there's camps everywhere. That was my point, was just there are camps everywhere. I mean, but we have a special attachment to Bravo because they're great.
We do.
And my mom's the board president. Shout out to my mom.
We've also been doing it our whole entire lives. So.
We have.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. We just wanted to share a little bit about our experience with camps and how special they are to us. And yeah,
thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave a comment, rate us on Spotify, subscribe to us on YouTube.
Share to your friends.
Share to one friend. I'm making you a goal. Share to one friend and say, like, watch this podcast.
Say that Aliyah's fall reminds me of you. To someone.
Dang!
That's my challenge.
Yeah, do that. Aliyah, thank you so much for being our first guest on our podcast. We're so honored to have you on here.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course.
Anytime.
All right. We won't see you later.
I hope I don't.